4 5 countries because of their story.
Yeah.
But yes,
Hello, how are you today?
I am fine. How are you?
I am good as well. Thank you so much for asking. How was your day?
Good. Well, it's my name pronunciation is Parth. It's
Oh, it's
oh
part so. I'm so sorry.
yes, it's okay.
How
It's
was
okay.
your day?
It was good.
It was good.
Yes,
Lovely. So, where are you living these days?
I am living at West Bengal.
In West Bengal. Okay. And how's the weather there?
Weather is very hot.
It's very hot.
Yes,
Oh, so
yes.
do you like summers or what sort of weather is your favorite?
Uh, it's not that I don't like summer. I like summer, but it's not that because everything is high level. So how everyone can be at that?
Very true. I feel like an excess
Yes,
of
yes.
anything.
Although I prefer summer,
You always
if
prefer
you
summer.
compare our summer, yes.
Oh, really? Lovely. Okay, nice. So, what do you want to discuss here? Do you have any specific issues that you want to ask me, or should we
Uh,
have a general conversation?
okay, not general. You give me a topic so that I can discuss.
You want to discuss? All right,
Yes, yes.
I'll give you two topics. You'll have the option to choose from one of them. Okay.
Okay.
All right. If the first one is if you could open a store that sells anything in this world, what store would you open and why? And the second one is that if it was possible to build a house anywhere in this world, where would you build it and why?
Okay. I prefer first one.
Okay.
Okay. I like to buy. It's not like a shop, but it's like a movie hall.
Okay.
Yes,
Mhm.
because I like to watch movies. So if someone want to choose a movie according to their choice, so I can play that movie. And
Oh.
that's the
Mhm.
thing. Yes,
Okay.
because you say that nowadays web series are and with Netflix, Amazon are there. So why you don't come to watch a movie? Which that it's a type of a environment that I can create, like movie hall. So that and one thing that I believe that every movie is not available on the
Mhm.
some movie available on Netflix that were not available in Amazon Prime. So there are every movie available that I can store there. Yes.
Lovely. I think that's a great initiative. Is there any specific location where you would want to open it, let's say in your city?
Yes, to my city, so that I can easily handle that.
Okay. And where do you think you would get these movies from? Like, would you purchase all of these films because you need to have it legally, right, to show it to an audience?
Yes, yes, yes. I purchase. First of all, I not purchase all the movie because I choose uncommon type of movie that is not available. First, I purchase that
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
yes, I try to develop enter that market. So I try to develop like that because
Mm.
those movies not available. I think not like not available, but they don't get easily. So that's why I
Yeah.
can build that. Yes.
That makes a lot of sense. I mean, I would like to go to your shop because there's so many movies that I want to see and they're not available anywhere. And then I have to, watch a pirated version because it's not available on Netflix or Amazon. That makes a lot of sense. And
Yes. So yes, yes, please.
what would the cost factor be for this entire endeavor? How much would you charge people?
Okay. First of all, I like to research market because uh, before I fixed a price, it's I don't know that it's affordable good price or not, and it's not affordable for a joint. So first of all, I need to research the market, what is the location, market, everything. Then I can fix the price.
All right, so you'll do your research before you decide a
Yes, yes,
certain
yes,
time. That's really nice.
yes.
You have quite the entrepreneurial spirit in you. You can actually go ahead with this endeavor. Lovely. So you've done all of your research and you have opened this shop, and not a lot of customers are coming to this store. So what
Yes,
are some
yes,
of the
yes.
things that you would do like for advertising it? What would you do for advertising your store?
So yes, I can do that. What is this? You ask that what is the unique and how I advertise that.
Mm-hmm.
Because first of all, that I create that environment that is not available at your home. So you can come with your family and friends
Mm-hmm.
and mm, indulge in that atmosphere that you prefer. And those movie you saw in childhood, like you said, Harry Potter. Okay, everyone
Mm-hmm.
like the memory add on that movie, Harry Potter series. So you can, if you, and first of all, it's according to your wish, not like that that movie is released and you can watch according to your wish. So I
Mhm.
think everyone in their party or birthday or any vacation, they can really love to watch that.
Lovely. That I think that's a great way of advertising it. So you will provide a certain kind of ambience for all the people to come sit and
Yes,
enjoy, right?
yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
So would it be like a movie hall or would it be a smaller space which would cater to a smaller audience?
No, it's smaller space of that. I can create a movie hall. So that's because it's a sound issue are also there. It's,
Mm-hmm.
another noise come from the outside because it's not a type of lake or a type of sea beside that. So it's yes,
Lovely. And so what in terms of technology, like would you like to have the option of 3D, 4D, 5D movies, or would you like to keep it simple?
keep it simple. First of all, I keep it simple. It's later I think that if the growth is really increased, so that time I can think like 2D or 3D.
That makes sense. Once you've seen that the business is growing, you can invest more money and then upgrade to a high tech sort of
Yes,
an environment.
yes,
And what about food? Because with movies, people always want something to eat, right? So would you keep like food available? What would you do for that?
yes, yes. When you want to see that movie, you first of all you uh, book that ticket and everything.
Mhm.
So that time you can also order food.
Okay,
That's a side business.
lovely.
So that I can arrange.
That's great. So you will side by side open a store for selling food also if it all goes well, right? It'll be
Yes,
like a
yes,
side business of yours.
yes. Yes,
Lovely.
that also comes with package. I can
Great.
sell that come with package, right?
That's nice. And mostly in PVRs, they have very overpriced food. So would you cost a lot of money for your food because it's coming along with the movie?
No, no, it's normal price because it's like trial and tested, so that's why I high that price. Right.
Okay. So you would first, at least at the onset, you will go with the normal price and then you'll see.
Yes, because uh, I watch a movie. It's a very old English film.
Mhm.
The movie name is Ice Cream Man. So I never saw that type of movie. So I think everyone should watch that movie. For those who like horror type of movie, suspense
Mhm.
thriller type of movie.
Lovely. So would you have like a recommendation section that you can personally create? Let's say I don't know what to watch, but I know what genre I want to watch.
Yes,
Like,
yes, yes. That's I can help. So you can if you don't know that what which type of movie you can watch, so you can discuss with our customer care service, right?
lovely. So that will be an option.
Yes,
That's
yes,
good.
yes.
That's
That
really
which
fun.
genre you like, so that I prefer.
That's nice. I think I would like to do that because I'm very indecisive. I can never come up with what movie should I be watching, right? Especially because it's a long investment. Like it's 3 hours or 2 hours. That's a long
Yes,
time.
yes, yes. No, you if you like any movie, so first of all you watch trailer, right? And read
Yes.
little
Oh,
bit in Wikipedia so that you can take get a movie what type of. So,
true that. That makes sense. You should do your research before you sit to watch any movie. I completely agree. And do you think you would like to, like, what sort of employees would you like to keep? Would you have like multiple people at the reception? And how do you think you will select these people?
okay, first of all, I make a team. Like it's not I can hire from some expertise or that type of thing. So first of all, I can search with my friends or anyone interested in movies. First of all, I prefer that because if you are not interested in movies, so how you deal with that?
Mhm.
So I make a team like reception type, or there someone who bring food and someone who can account that all of type of things, and someone can welcome the people. So and one who open I can set the movie. So that's it.
Mhm. Lovely. That's great. That's a great way to select people. I just have a couple of corrections. I'll quickly give those and then we'll continue the
Okay, okay,
conversation. Okay. So, with most of the answers that you've given me, you've started them off as first of all, right? Mostly we use first of all when we are writing things down. Okay. That's a very formal way of addressing something. So, for like informal conversations or when you're just speaking with someone, you can start with, oh, firstly, I would like to do this, right? First of all, would make it a little complicated. All right. Or you can also use this very nice phrase, which is for starters, I would begin with this. Okay. It comes
okay,
from, how you have starters and main course in food? It comes from there. Okay.
okay, okay,
So for starters, I would begin with finding a good accommodation and then I would go ahead with other things, right? Okay. And the second thing is you were talking a lot about movies, and there's one word that you can use is a movie buff. Okay.
movie of yes.
Yeah, a movie buff is someone who genuinely enjoys watching a lot of movies. Okay. So would you call yourself a movie buff, Arthur?
Yes, yes, I
Yeah.
can.
You're a huge movie buff. And what is your favorite movie of all times, other than the horror movie that you just listed?
Okay, my all-time favorite movie. I like James Bond series, and
Nice.
yes, yes, yes. And one movie I like the most is Psycho. It's 1960 movie.
Yeah.
Have you watched that?
I haven't. It's one my dad's favorite movie actually. So that's how I know
Okay,
the
okay,
name.
okay.
He keeps
Yes,
telling me
it's
to
a
watch
very
it.
old movie.
Yeah.
Yes, and one movie I like. It's Bengali called Chidiya Khana. The English name is The Zoo.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Do you hear about Bumkas books?
Bomkesh.
Bumkas Bakshi.
Yes, yes, he's a very famous
Yes,
detective, right?
yes, yes,
Like Sherlock
yes.
Holmes.
It
We have
is.
Bomkesh Bakshi.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is Bumkas Bakshi film.
Oh, nice. That's great. I have, there's this podcast on Spotify, the about that is of Bakshi's stories, and they read it in a very interesting manner. So I've heard some of those stories, but that's how I know about him.
Okay,
Yes, he is very
okay,
famous. He's a
okay.
very famous Bengali personality, right? So
Yes,
is he
yes,
like a
yes.
fictional person like Sherlock
It's
Holmes, or is
fictional.
he an actor? He's fictional.
Yes, yes. It's fictional.
All right.
And that movie special is because of that movie directed by Satyajit Ray and Uttam Kumar, which play as a Bumkas Bakshi, and both of them got national award for that movie.
Wow. That must be a very good movie then. I'll make sure I watch it, definitely. So
Yes,
did you say Satyajit Ray is the director?
yes, Satyajit Ray.
Nice. He's very famous too. There are a lot of Bengali
Yes,
artists that have really shown a lot of talent. Like it starts from Rabindranath Tagore, of course.
And
There are a lot of
Satya Ray is very talented. He's jack of all trades.
yes, he is because I'm very sure he has written some of the books I've read. So he's a writer
Yes,
too.
yes,
Yeah,
yes. He create also a detective character like
yeah.
yes. Feluda. Actually, it's called Podashchandra Mitra. He's also a director.
Oh, wow. No, this is very interesting. And there's of course Arundhati Roy and all of these upcoming writers who are also Bengali now,
On the
writing really great. Man, that means Bengali people are in general talented in the arts. Do you agree?
yes, yes. Art and special literature.
I think I can only agree. That's nice. And so, are you into art as well? Are you an artist as well? Do you like to write, draw, paint, sing?
Yes, I like to draw.
You like to draw? That's nice.
Yes,
So,
yes.
like, what do you prefer? Do you prefer sketches or watercolors? What do you work with?
No, no, no. No, I like to prefer sketch.
Do you prefer sketching?
Yes,
That's
yes,
nice.
yes.
Have you taken classes for this, or do you just like to do it on your own?
Um, yes, in my childhood days, I like to took classes, but
Mm-hmm.
now I can watch YouTube because some I watch a YouTube channel
Mm-hmm.
for learning.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it.
That's nice. So you've been watching. I think you can learn almost everything off of YouTube these days, frankly. And it's
Yes,
actually
yes,
really nice. And most of it is free of cost, it's pretty amazing. YouTube has become a great learning platform. That's really nice.
yes,
Um,
yes.
One more thing I would like to add is you add that set after a lot of your sentences. So whatever you feel, Partho, whenever you're talking, no, whenever you're listening to your own recordings, keep a note of this. When you feel like you've repeated something more than once or twice in a conversation, try to mix it up. There's nothing wrong with saying that's it. But if you repeat it a lot of times, it gets highlighted in the other person's eyes. Right? So you can end your sentence with that's all I'd like to add, or that's it from my side. Right? You can switch it up a
Oh,
little.
okay,
Okay?
okay, okay,
Or like that was my answer for that question. You can end with that. Right? That's a polite way of letting the other person know
okay,
that
okay.
you are done talking. And then they can begin, like they can continue with the conversation. Okay?
It's over.
Hmm. Lovely. So you've been with Clapingo for quite a long while. So how is your journey going? And is there anything that you're still facing issues with that I can help you with?
Um, okay, my journey is quite well. I can face one thing that I don't have any friends to talk with in English. Some of my friends, those who talk English, but we are not connected that much. So
Hmm.
that's the one issue. So,
That's very
and
true.
one thing I want to ask is, if at all, that thing I can, when I speak, I can use that, and this is only for writing,
If at all,
if at
no,
all.
you can definitely use it while speaking. If at all is a good phrase, you can use it while speaking.
Okay, okay, okay,
A lot of the things that we write can mostly be used while we're talking to others. It just depends on the tone of of the conversation that you're having. It's called a register. So a register is the kind of conversation that you're having. Let's say if you're talking to your boss, then it's a very formal register, right? Or if you're talking to your mom or your dad or your siblings, it'll be a very informal register. And then there are like a huge range of registers in the middle of that, right? With some friends you're a
okay,
little formal, with some friends you're close. So these are different types of registers that you can have while you're talking in any language. And according to, like, based on the register that you're talking in, you can pick and choose from the kind of phrases that you could use. Okay, so there are some words that are called slang words in English, right? Have you heard these slangs?
yes,
Right? So these are very informal words, which means they can be considered rude in a formal setting. So those words you will keep for a informal chit chat. And then there are certain phrases like the one that you mentioned just now. Those are the ones that you can use in a formal situation.
okay, okay.
Okay, nice.
Polite
And
version, yes.
sorry,
Polite version, right? I
yes,
mean, yes,
yes.
formal, formal.
Yes. And it will also make you sound like a very experienced English speaker. If you're very much in, if you're very aware of the register that you are in. Let's say if I know how formal or informal I need to be, I can use that range of words, which makes me sound like I know what I'm talking about. Right?
Yes, yes, yes,
That's great. All right.
yes.
So I want you to talk a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you another topic to speak on, and you can choose to take a couple of minutes, think about it, and then talk to me about it. Okay.
Okay, okay.
All right. So the first one is, if you were the director of a movie, what sort of movie would you work on, and who would you want to be your actor for that movie? Okay. And the second one is, if your life was a movie, who would be like the main characters and why? Who are the people who are most important to you? Who would be the stars of your movie and why?
Okay. Mm, I choose first one.
The first one. Okay.
Yes. So, uh, which movie I prefer and who is the director, right? If I was a director, who was the actor? Yes, yes, yes. Okay,
Yes.
okay. Okay. Actually, I like a movie that on it's called a Dial for Murder. Have you heard that?
Mhm. I have not heard the name of this one. No.
Okay, okay. Dial for Murder. Also a good movie.
Hmm.
So that why I can make that movie because it's a kind of old movie. So I can change something at that indulge the new generation. So there was two male character, main character, and one female main character. Okay,
Hmm.
so for those I can choose Leonardo DiCaprio
Okay.
and
DiCaprio.
yes, yes, Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert Downey Jr. Okay, and
Okay.
for female character I can choose Jennifer Lawrence.
Nice. Really famous star cast. Huh? All
Yes,
right.
yes, yes,
Mhm. So you would like to recreate this old movie with these three new actors.
yes, 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 yes.
And do you think you would enjoy, because all of these actors are very famous, right? Sometimes famous actors are very hard to deal with. So do you think you can
Yes.
tackle all the tantrums that they will have to throw?
Yes, that is very easy for me because that's why the movie is already made. So
Very
if
true.
they don't understand that thing, so they can don't ask me again and again. That's why I can say that you can watch that movie. How they act because those are the brilliant actors. They can prepare
Mhm.
already, perform already, right?
Very true.
So you can learn from them also. So that's why my task is very easy.
Completely agree. Do you
Yes.
think you would be a little scared though, because that movie is already very, very great, right? So you'll have to work very hard to make a movie that is
Uh,
just as good.
yes, yes, yes. Because many of them old movie are already made. So the later they remake that movie. That movie is also quite super hit. So
Mhm.
of course the it's a brilliant star cast. So that's why I cannot worry about that. Um, so the main thing is that movie is the story. So
Very true.
yes, a story, and you can see that the name is also very lucrative. That
Very
audience
true.
definitely came. So, do you know how I know about that movie? Because I just watching a Bonkesh Bakshi movie. So, in
Mhm.
that movie, the writer Saudendra Bandyopadhyay mentioned that movie name. So that's why
Okay.
I can relate, and I just watched that movie also. So I really
Wow.
like that movie.
Oh, you just came across that movie in such a random fashion. That is really interesting.
Yes.
And how much do you think would be the budget of this movie that you're making?
Mm, yes, of course. This nowadays Hollywood movies budget is
Very
very
nice.
high, like a superhero movie or that the thing. And yeah, I think this movie is not that type because if you cut of the actor or actress budget, because location wise is not very difficult because uh, I was many Hollywood films location is not very important because in one house or one I can say in one hometown they can create that movie.
Shoot the entire movie, yeah.
But yes, because not any other film industry I don't know much, but not like that. So they can go somewhere, right?
Yes, they
Because
have to
if
go
you
to.
think about the James Bond movie, the or story or the script, they can cover, I think, 4 or 5 countries because of their story.
Yeah.
But yes, so in Hollywood movie, not like that. They can create movie on space also. Or I watch a movie, they can um, shooting on it like a plane. Okay, on that movie,
Mhm.
just finish shooting on that plane. So not go anywhere, and that
Mhm.
the movie is completed. So I think just actor or actor's budget or the
That's it.
if you borrow that script, so it's a legal
Mhm.
authentication is there. So
Very
I
true.
think that's
Yeah, that's very
yes,
important.
yes.
Yes. Otherwise, you get piracy charges. Lovely. I think I will get auto cut any moment now. And it was a great conversation, Partho. I've seen you grow a lot.